power. Real power doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
The betrayal doesn't depend on how much or how deeply you love someone. It depends on the magnitude of the dilemma they put in front of you. Would you betray your loved one? At first, no. But what would happen if someone told you that if you did, you'd be given a medicine that could cure your beloved brother, huh?
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Life, not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark, begging for scraps.
Caring only makes you
weak. They think you care, they'll walk all over you.
A woman that can be bought isn't worth having.
Besides, you and I both know the real power in this world ain't magic. It's money. Buckets of it.
Which would be worse? To live as a monster? Or to die as a good man?
You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred.
When will the lesson be learned? You cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth!
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well.
I know what it's like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right. Yet to fail, nonetheless.
So what? He's scared of love?
Everyone's scared of love, dipshit. You learn that in your 20s. It takes a very rare, very powerful being to be terrified of happiness.
Dumb!
You're dumb. That's why you're not scared to be happy. The smarter you are, the more you know. Happiness is a trap. It can't last forever. Let's say you meet the love of your life. Well, it's still gonna end. It's inevitable.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Tell me, Dazai, why is it you wish to die?
Let's turn that question around. Is there really any value to this thing we call living?
What's wrong, Teach?
It's just, I've been waiting on this day for my entire life. I thought I'd feel different.
I heard this story about a fish. He swims up to this older fish and says, I'm trying to find this thing they call the ocean. The ocean, says the older fish, that's what you're in right now. This, says the young fish, this is water. What I want is the ocean. See you tomorrow.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a fucking comedy.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
It is not our abilities that show what we truly are. It is our choices.
Do you want a sword, Thorfinn? A sword is a tool meant to kill. Why do you need it? Whose life do you intend to take? Your enemies? Who are they? Listen to me, my son. You don't have enemies. The truth is that nobody has them. Nobody in this entire world deserves to get hurt.
Rudeness is merely the expression of fear. People fear they won't get what they want. The most dreadful and unattractive person only needs to be loved, and they will open up like a flower.
Who said I'm not scared?
But you took on a croc.
And I was scared of doing it. If you ain't scared of a croc biting you on the face, you ain't alive. Listen, kid, you can't get rid of fear. It's like Mother Nature. You can't beat her or outrun her. But you can get through it. You can find out what you're made of.
What if I'm not powerful enough?
I don't know the answer. Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
No one thinks it can be done. When you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission.
Why do we force? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Secondly, don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. Go for it.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed?
Guess I'm not in the mood today.
Mood? What's mood to do with it? You fight when the necessity arises, no matter the mood. Now fight!
You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you.
Don't you see that universe matters more than your meaningless squabble?
Meaningless, huh? Tell me what has more meaning than your own strength.
If you don't protect what belongs to you, then sooner or later, it belongs to someone else. It goes for your land, your wallet, your home, your country, everything. It is your job as a man to protect it.
It's not only victory that makes a man, but defeat. Joy and sorrow alike. There's no shame in backing down. There's no shame in crying, so long as you overcome it.
Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I will be hoping that this letter finds you, and finds you well.
Are you watching closely? Look closer. Never show anyone. They'll beg you and they'll flatter you for the secret, but as soon as you give it up, you'll be nothing to them. You understand? Nothing. The secret impresses no one. The trick you use it for is everything.
When you lose your money, you lose nothing. When you lose your health, you lose something. When you lose your character, you lose everything.
But when enough people make false promises, words stop meaning anything. Then there are no more answers, only better and better lies.
When a man learns to feel love, he must also bear the risk of feeling hate.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Women can't live with them, can't live without them.
There's no rest for me in this world. But I'm on the next.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
No man can walk out on his own story.